geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a
touchdown Falcons. Marquise Brown, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Charles, a tough task ahead for this defense, trying to slow down Aaron Rodgers. What would you be trying to do?
I would think about selective pressure, Brandon, and what I mean by that is he's going to eat you up if you blitz him too often, because he'll read that and go to the man coverage patterns. But every now and then you bring that pressure out and make him deliver the ball on time. It's when he keeps the ball, maneuvers out of the pocket, and throws deep, that's when you're in big trouble.
Now Rodgers. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanting the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary.
Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. To the sideline and incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. On the tackle there was DJ Turner.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Fields. And his throw here is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Off play action, Fields. He'll buy some time. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he loses the football a second time. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Second time in his first half now, Charles, and he's coughed up the football.
And both times I think they were inspired.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Second down and a run by Robinson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the boots right now, the scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, Rodgers. And a pass complete to Waller on the out route. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Well, the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time they were stopped on 4th down. Had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down. Do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Panthers.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Rodgers going to throw. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Rodgers again now. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now a play fake. Rodgers throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now down at the 20-yard line. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 15.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the Bengals who are out in front. Devontae Parker, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll stay in the AFC North as we head to the Confluence to check on the Steelers at home.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The second half starts with a run by Gibbs. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. It might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's Fields now on second down. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
At the 41-yard line.
Fields now to throw. Able to shake him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Gibbs straight ahead. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Shark calls it in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Carolina.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line.
25 yards. First down, Panthers.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
To throw, it's Rodgers. They'll complete this one to Watson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll run with Robinson. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Well, getting close to the end zone, and you know that rookie wants the ball back. He's looking for his first career touchdown.
He certainly is, and you just wonder with the coaching staff, is it trust in him this early? Or are they trying to get him going, give him confidence early in his NFL career? Either way, they want him to score. And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force him.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. And you wonder, Charles, Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 2 yards to go, second down. They'll go again with Gibbs. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The Falcons on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. Gibbs will try and pick it up. A nice little juke. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you got to call that both ways.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Hines. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's Rodgers. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Now Rodgers. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. Throwing is Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Got to give credit to both defenses because they've been able to keep the points down. And despite that incompletion, I like the way he's playing. He's putting up decent numbers. What he has to do, find a way to make that sound read and hit that one home run before this one's over.
And here now come the Falcons. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Another run for Gibbs here. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Fields. Fields hit and the ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Robinson up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance of the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
So all eyes on the Falcons. Down 10-7, 1:11 to go. Back to throw, Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
He's to the 15. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And now it's the Panthers' turn. Trailing by 4. 33 seconds to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Back to throw. Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and
this defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
Able to connect with Chark. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop them with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. To throw is Rodgers. And that one off the mark. A little late with the throw. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Now Rodgers gotta have this one. Watson making the catch. And they will get the conversion on fourth down to stay alive, but time not an ally. Rodgers to throw. Gets this to Waller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. He's going to let it fly. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we have a guy who made the catch. They try to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
That one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Now, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Falcons, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week.